Hey guys, what's up? Chris Rod, Sun City Lawn Care. Hey, I wanted to take you guys on a journey of this sod installation, and the only reason why it differentiates between all my other sod videos is because of the grass type. We're going to be transforming this lawn full of weeds into Palmetto St. Augustine here in West Texas, in El Paso. I've had St. Augustine clients, but I've never done a sod installation on St. Augustine, okay? So there's a couple stages, like all my other sod installations, that we're gonna be preparing for and taking. And by the way, this St. Augustine just became readily available to Texas. You can't get it at Home Depots, Lowe's, not in Texas, okay? Actually, you can, but you're not going to get it from the big box stores, okay? You got to get it from a farm, okay, that's available and able to deliver. This particular client of mine is willing to pay the shipping cost for the St. Augustine to come out of Arizona. So we're shipping it in from Arizona, which would be 6 hours away, closest I can get it outside of East Texas. So either way, what you see is not grass, okay? This is actually all weeds. It's got everything from oh my god, there's Dallas grass, there's Dallas grass, there's clover, there's thistle, there's henbit growing in here. If I didn't mention crabgrass, there's a lot of crabgrass, and there is some Bermuda grass growing in here. A couple daisies, dandelions growing in here. But it was funny when I called the client earlier today to give him an update. He literally said he's growing every kind of weed imaginable, but it's literally true. But outside of here, this area right here, that's a lot of Bermuda that's growing through. So what I've done today, and this is phase one essentially, is we're going to be applying some glyphosate to it. I already did that. We utilized the oh god, I had a loss of words right there real quick. I don't want to say adjuvant. Dang it, I can't believe I forgot the terminology, man. It slips my mind every time I did. But either way, the product's down, glyphosate's down, we're spraying it. We're gonna give it 1 week before we come and do this installation. That's a bad angle there. 1 week from installation to installation, which is my normal process in case we have to spray out weeds. You can do a seven day separation of time periods, but what I wanna do is I wanna turn this yard into a pretty much paper sack brown. We are back at our property where we're going to be doing this sod installation today, and the only reason why I'm recording this particular sod installation is this reason right here. St. Augustine, guys. So here in El Paso, they don't grow St. Augustine at the local farm, which is 45 minutes away at the Evergreen Farm. So we actually had to order this particular St. Augustine, and this is a Palmetto St. Augustine grass, and we had to get it from freaking Arizona. 6 hours away, and it got delivered last night. Odd day for me because they only do deliveries. If you're going to order this grass type, they only do deliveries on Mondays and Tuesdays going into the following day or morning. I usually do my sod installations on Fridays. So again, this is why I'm recording this. Sorry about the wind, guys. But essentially, we've already prepped the soil. Sun shining through, a little difficult to tell there, but we ended up killing off the weeds and the existing Bermuda that was in here. Woo. Existing Bermuda that's in here. We did that 2 weeks ago. We came back the following week and did the soil prep. Brought in some organic dirt, amended that, screened it out, raked out any debris, hauled all that material off, and then we got the sod delivered today. We're doing 1,100 square feet. What I will say about this delivery is when you do place your order, if you guys decide to get this, gorgeous looking St. Augustine, very invasive native grass type. The palmetto is be specific with where you're going to want them to drop it off at, which I told them to put it right behind me on the driveway here so it wasn't on the street, and then they clearly didn't do that. So what we have to do now is it's going to kind of affect your plan on where you're going to lay your sod, which is why it's so important to have it dropped where you want it. And as you can see, they cause these rut marks. Now I have to re-level. I always spend additional time regrading, re-leveling while I'm waiting for delivery of sod. In this case, it's dropped overnight, so I'm just gonna be regrading this area, smooth it out. We're gonna be doing some mulch beds around there with some red colored mulch. Give it a nice blend with the red brick stone behind it. Outside of that, you guys stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a fertilizer application, and then high in phosphorus, of course. Then we're gonna be laying this stuff down. All right, guys, that's it. This is my first time installing St. Augustine here in El Paso. And the only reason why that is because nobody ever wants it. Nobody ever orders it, okay? And then two, the farms here, they just don't grow it. So what can you do? You're limited on your options. But this particular client, phenomenal gentleman, very kind. He used to have St. Augustine. He wanted St. Augustine again, not the invasive alpha Bermuda grass. So I'm all set. We're done here. This stuff, the palmetto is a shade tolerant St. Augustine. Does like to be, you can keep it at 2 inches, but we're gonna go push this to probably about 3.5, 4 inches tall, as St. Augustine loves that height. Added a couple mulch rings for his huge, massive pine trees, which these mulch beds are good, but a lot of El Pasos don't do mulch beds either. I don't get why they don't. It's organic, it's healthy for the soil system. Once that material starts to decompose, no weed barrier underneath, guys. Once that material starts to decompose, all you're doing is driving nutrients and feeding, constantly feeding these massive pine trees. So as far as the experience goes, man, these slabs were huge. I think they're about 1.5 by 5 feet long. I had, some that were 4 feet, others that were 6 feet long, very heavy. Thank God this stuff wasn't saturated. But here's the deal. If you guys want some of this St. Augustine, you gotta order it from out of state, okay? You can get it in Texas, okay? You can get it in Dallas, 8-hour trip, probably a little bit more costly. We got ours from Arizona, the Evergreen Farm in Arizona, 6-hour drive. $1,500 extra just to ship this square foot in, this square feet. I think it was 1,000. We ordered 1,100 just for safe measure. He's got some extra in the back, but an extra $1,500. That's what shipping cost is like right now. It's pretty crazy out there, guys. But he's ecstatic about it. We're more than likely going to be picking him up as a bi-weekly maintenance client for the St. Augustine as well, as he's already requested. But if you guys have any questions about installing St. Augustine, it's very basic, just like any grass type. Just the slabs are a little bit different. I know in some of my videos I've talked about edging up, making sure your slabs, your seams match. I didn't really have any issues with this cut St. Augustine, so I don't know if it's the farm and how they cut it or not, but we're gonna push growth. We gave it some fertilizer today. We're gonna water it next 7 days straight, mornings only. Get into a every other day on week 2 and routine watering cycle after that. You guys stay tuned. If y'all have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. And as always, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Y'all have a great one. Bye.